Assassin's Creed 4, because you couldn't get enough money at all. Alright, I'm not normally the one to kind of pay attention to console gaming anymore, because I kind of hopped off that boat a while back, and I still do console gaming every once in a while, but I mean, for fuck's sake, I was shocked and stunned to hear that, like, Assassin's 3 Creed, or see, I'm already messing up my words. I'm just like filled to the point where I'm just so confused about the situation. I don't even know. Assassin's Creed 3. And from what I hear, the game kind of sucked balls from what I understand. I mean, the game wasn't that great. It was had a lot of improvements, but it just did not really deliver at all. It was kind of a disappointment from what I'm hearing. That's not the problem. I don't have a problem with that. I'll rant about that later on because about Assassin's Creed in general, but something that just bothered me. And if you guys hear beeping or noises, the breakfast is being made, so I'm having my water because I'm trying to express in full detail what the hell is going on. For some god forbidden reason, Assassin's Creed 3 wasn't that great. So, how does Ubisoft respond to such disappointment? Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Bravo, Ubisoft. You've lost my respect entirely. What do you mean Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag? There's not really that much DLC to work with. There's no really good patching. There's no anything going on for Assassin's Creed 3. It's like, I understand. I haven't even played the game, so I have no right to talk about how this game is. Maybe it's fun, maybe it's not. But I do know the difference between a game that was released and then all of a sudden, months later, not even a full year, I don't think, but it's I think nearly a full year. I really want to say it's months. I don't know. I haven't been paying attention. The fact that Assassin's Creed 3 and Assassin's Creed 4 are released so close to each other, it's stupid how Ubisoft or whoever the fuck publishes these little things, I'm pretty sure it's them, hold on, can decide, oh hey, you guys like that story and the game was pretty bad, well, guess what, we're gonna have Assassin's Creed 4 because you love the story. I hate this practice. Let me go ahead and say this right now. I fucking hate this practice. This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. The fact that one Assassin's Creed entirely is already in dire need of work, I think, because I feel like the game is very flawed, and the very closest thing to good was Assassin's Creed, the first one. I'll explain that here momentarily, but I just don't understand why they think it's okay to, hey, let's just create a game, didn't go so well, so let's retaliate with Assassin's Creed 4. Maybe we'll try again that way. It doesn't, there's a quote from a Buddhist or whatever, but I just want to see if I could warp and twist this to make sure I'm explaining this rightly. Right. If you win the argument, then you have learned nothing at all. For me, it's, for you winning. See, I'm trying to correlate this thing because, like, I'm trying to sound wise and I'm trying to, like, find good quotes for this. I can't even find it. What I mean by that is, like, Assassin's Creed is a very, very good title. It's a very good title. Nobody can question that. It's a competitor out there. Not as good as, like, some other games out there, but it's out there. But the fact that, like, they want to press on and keep beating their chest and saying that they will remain as a franchise and just really keep on going with this and then release without thinking, they didn't really learn anything. They didn't say, all right, this game kind of did suck. What can we do to fix it? How do we make it? How do we entice the players to do so? And if you're doing it for multiplayer content, then you are officially Call of Duty. Just a shitty single-player story, but with really good multiplayer. Even if that was the case, multiplayer is still the same, as far as I can tell. And everybody loved fucking COD, but, Black Ops 2 later, it's the same thing. You go Prestige 12 and you don't know why, and then fucking come time Modern Warfare 4, and you're still Prestige 12, and you haven't gone outside at all, but I digress. Assassin's Creed 4 is going to suck. I'm calling that right now. I have nothing against Ubisoft. As a matter of fact, I own Assassin's Creed 1, 2, Brotherhood, oh god, and the other two, when he becomes an old man, and the other one is like... I own all of them except 3 and the DS one. But anyway, let's get back on track here, because I'm losing my focus here. It's not the franchise I have a problem with, although I do believe the franchise does have problems. It's the fact that they do this, and they expect us to not pay attention to the date, or the amount of effort that went into the game. Let me give you a perfectly good example. Left 4 Dead. I fucking love that game. That game was amazing in every single right. When you go through each environment, killing off zombies with different enemies and everything. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Got some egg and cottage cheese, bitches. I don't have a problem with the game. Going through different enemies, they were so great. And then you get to hold out at the last second, then you have to go against the tank. It was insane, honestly. But the thing was, despite how good the game was, via patching, DLC, what was the exact release date of 1 year? I'm not kidding, 1 year wait. We are now announcing Left 4 Dead 2, featuring melee weapons and new enemies. I entirely boycotted the game afterwards. I played the first one until my heart is, finished, and I didn't get to go to 2. And I would have loved playing this. Excuse me. I would have loved playing Left 4 Dead 2. Don't get me wrong. It's like sacrificing my health here making these. But the simple matter is this. If I knew that there was a game to be released that was awesome and it had vast improvements in such a short amount of time, I wouldn't have bought us Left 4 Dead 4. I would have been like, you know what? I can wait the next year. I can wait. I could truly wait. And a lot of other games are doing this. They just won't let the franchise die or let them to have any respect. Another example, and I'm not saying relative to time and distance per se, but let's just say, they'll make Gears of War Judgment. How many of you would honestly fucking pay attention to the story of Gears of War's Judgment when 3 was pretty much that was it? And even then, the writing for that game was kind of terrible. And then comes time, I'm trying to think. Oh, Halo Anniversary, I fucking love that one. I was like, why did you make this? This is, pointless. I mean, if you're gonna make this in Halo 4, you gotta work with me here. It's kind of stupid. There's just so many of these companies that release games just for the mere reason of money, and I can't explain it. It's I feel like the best franchise to buy from, by far, is Bethesda Studios and BioWare. 2 of those companies, except BioWare and Mass Effect, I haven't really paid attention to what's going on over there. I heard Mass Effect 3 wasn't that great, although I would love to play 2 and 3. Just to I love the first one, kind of see what's happening with that one. But I know for a fact Bethesda Studios knows what they're doing. Let's take Oblivion and Skyrim. We all know about Oblivion, although it pains me to see there's no arena feature going on for Skyrim, but that's more of an opinion. The game is different in every aspect, but follows the same theme. That follows the same universe and follows the same world, eventually. See, here's how you know you created a game with a good sequel and actually will stay true to what you're doing. Oblivion, as far as I know, was your typical, it functioned a lot better than Morrowind. Morrowind was just kind of, clunky at the time, but then again, technology and everything wasn't that great. Oblivion followed up, though, with great graphics, great story, and everything like that. And Skyrim came around, and now you have dragon fighting, very new mechanics, dragon shouts, new world, new everything, better fighting. There's the list goes on for the improvements, and I hope to God there is going to continue being more and more vast improvement like that. And they released DLC because they knew, and the DLC release was very good. It took us a while. They took like nearly a year just to release any DLC, to be very honest with you. And that just goes to show that they gave players time to enjoy, get familiar and everything like that. And when they beat the challenge, and finally, if you're willing to do this, sit down and beat the game at its full potential and maximum, they knew, all right, well, it's time we just release some DLC, get something out there, and just, extend the fun. Just make it more intricate. And they even do that with the creation of a house, from what I hear. I'm not really too sure about that one. But see, that is how you release a game. That example purely alone is how games should be. Assassin's Creed, it was like that for the time being. Just a little bit. It did have improvements, but the game is slacking heavily. Now, before I continue to rant on, I don't think it's okay for me to just start ranting about it and be like, yo, bro, I'm totally just gonna, diss on this game or whatever like that and not explain myself. Alright, Assassin's Creed. Fucking love the game to a degree, because I started playing the game and then I was really entranced by the story. The story is great. I don't give two shits what anybody says. I feel like that sci-fi medievalness is like a good mixture. Whatever, it just kind of gets your brain going. But at the same time, it could do better just being a standalone thing. Just like, you're an assassin and not this whole, you're not related to Desmond Miles or whatever like that. We gotta fucking get rid of him. I don't know. It's like, both are good. I feel like him being just the assassin and no relative relations with anybody in the future is stronger. Hold on. Oh, excuse me. I don't know how water makes me burp. Can anyone explain this? I don't even know. But, I'm losing my thoughts here. But the game, okay, I'm really not trying to, be a dick to this. I'm not one for game review. I don't do game reviews. If you guys want me to do game reviews, I can do that. But if not, you guys determine how Spidevil62 channel works. Just saying. But although I can't please everybody, but let me go ahead and try to, break this down. Assassin's Creed was Assassin's Creed in the first one for 2 missions. After that, it was not Assassin's Creed ever since then. Spidey, how does that, what? Let me explain. What is the goal of being an assassin? I'm going to give you guys time to think about this one. To be stealthy, right? And then you determine your targets and blah, blah, blah. Or maybe you can get hired as a mercenary. Depends on what you're rolling with. But, alright. I'm going to give you guys time to think about it. The point of being an assassin. Go. And that was the part where you pause. So if you haven't paused and thought about it, please do. If not, alright, I'm going to spoil it for you guys. The point of being an assassin is to eliminate your target without detection or notice. Now, I want you guys to go back to the first game, play the 2 missions where you kill the merchant guy and the doctor, and then play the game from there on out. Pay attention critically to those 2 levels, and then go straight from there. Why? What's the difference? The difference is, when I go to assassinate a new target, they know not only who I am, but they expected me to be there. I feel like, all right, let's give it a doubt. It's like, you know what? Maybe they were paranoid, and I approached this like a rookie and everything. Maybe it was just bad on my part. Maybe next mission, they still know who you are. You're still wearing the same clothes. You're still doing the same stupid things. It's Assassin's Creed for 2 levels, and I don't understand why nobody's saying this. Nobody's addressing this. It's just mind-boggling. It breaks my heart to see assassin. I get to be stealthy and go through the crowd like the trailer did. And just and make an approach that nobody can see, and just coordinate my attack. And they even, I shit you not, the developers showed like in one of their videos, I think, about how to approach a target or whatever like that. They would get rid of the guard, distract them, and then move to the next area and blah blah blah. And in Assassin's Creed 2 and 3, or not 3, but Revelations, there you go, I remember, or Brotherhood. Literally, jump over the roof, done. You didn't even need to do any of that. That was stupid and pointless. There's just no intricacies here. The roofs are not they're just open space for me to run on, and I know there are a couple guards here and there, but you'd be surprised how stupid they are. I could just go up behind them and keep killing them, and it's just like there's no challenge. The game doesn't develop harder as I go, and for the time being, I don't feel like an assassin. Because I always enter into an area and they know who I am already and they run away and now I have to go chase them and then kill them. It happens every single time. And that is not an assassin, guys. That's not an assassin. That's not strategy. That's not stealth. And that really bummed me out. There was no stealth involved. 2 levels, yes. Only 2 out of the entire franchise. After that, you get bored and then you just go kill guards or whatever like that because you're bored. And then they do the combat mechanic. I feel like an assassin should never be in combat. I feel like they need to suck at combat. There was even a point where, like, you go kill a general or something like that, and you just go out the entire fucking army and you kill everybody. That was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. I mean, it was really cool being in the middle of that entire army and killing and, you know, being a super badass with all your arsenry and shit. But that was not an assassin. I feel like I was lied to the entire time, saying, hey, we have a game that has a lot of stealth and a lot of opportunity for you to make a strategy, coordinate how you're going to approach this. It's going to be difficult because, like, there could be a couple ways. Like Splinter Cell. There's so many ways to approach Splinter Cell. You can either just go balls deep and just blast shit up, or you can just be all stealthy. And even if you were stealthy, there are many different directions on what to do. In Assassin's Creed, I don't see that. I don't see it at all. There's just no stealth. So what does this have to do with Assassin's Creed 3? It's the same fucking thing. It's the same garbage that you people are selling. Oh, I love how there's an Assassin's Clan, and then, like, the point is that they exist, and everybody knows that the Assassin's Creed exist. Isn't the point of a secret organization, you know, secret? Templars were a lot more discreet, and that really, like, hurt my feelings, honestly. I'm like, how are they, the Holy Crusaders and, like, preachers of all time, able to be more incognito with the crowd than the assassins are? Even then, they don't allow you to change anything about your appearance. I know that there's a dye feature and everything like that, and honestly, it's really cool, but that's not the point. The point is, there's no opportunity to change anything. There's just none of that. There's none of that. There's no, alright, we're going to take Mario, whatever like that, and we're going to put him over here, and then Francesca's, we're going to, like, put you over here, and then when the draw them out, I get to go to the courtyard. There's none of that strategy. It's not in there at all. And the game developer said there would be, and there's not, and it just pains me to see that. And then Assassin's 3 comes around. I heard there was a feature where you go invisible and walk through people. That's fucking stupid. Honestly, that my brain is like on fire with madness. Seriously, look, guys, if you're gonna be an assassin, fine. If you're gonna be like stealthy and cunning and all that bullshit, fine. I get that. Cool beans. But come on, guys. Assassin's Creed. Assassin. Come on. It's like my nose is... Oh, man. Just like ranting about this is just ridiculous. Because I feel like this practice... Even Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. There was a guy, Angry Joe. I'm pretty sure that you guys are very familiar with him. He's very, like... I love his show. Just like, he talked about it. I agree with him. There's just like... Everything's so premature to the point where it's like, I feel like the game developers don't even know what improvement is, or or just try to honk us out of our money. I feel like the game needs serious work before I could take it seriously again. The fact that they released Assassin's Creed 4, it just shows that like they didn't work on anything with what they were doing. They didn't like sit down and say, how did we fuck up? Sega doesn't do that. Perfect example. Sonic 06. Hold on. It wasn't that game release because I'm pretty sure they tried something different and it just flopped horribly. So they went ahead and made Sonic Free Riders. That's a perfect example of not learning what needs, like, what part of it needs serious help. So let's recap. Assassin's Creed entirely is just, it's a game that needs improvement, and Assassin's Creed 4 just doesn't do it. It's not going to give us the improvement we need. If I'm fine with it, but you better be ready to like show us something completely different than the Assassin's Creed thing. And I don't mean, oh, you get to be a real estate agent and fucking buy houses and then earn money. Which, by the way, guys, I don't know if you know, but earning money is just stupidly easy. It's so easy. I feel like the game doesn't challenge you at all. It's too easy. And and I looked everywhere. There's no hard mode or anything. It's too easy. I literally burned through that game so quickly. Just, the game is, I feel like it shouldn't be. Assassin's Creed 4 shouldn't be released so quickly. I think it's later on this year, actually, it gets released. But that also is very, very, very disappointing to hear. And wasn't it like November Assassin's Creed 3 was released? Yeah, not even 5 months and they released the trailer for Assassin's Creed 4, which is perfect. But above all, guys, look, this is why I kind of went PC gaming, because there's no bullshit on there at least. There's no, all the games that I play has respect to its franchise and everything like that, and that's just wonderful. So if you guys are going to play a game or just really enjoy the hell out of a game, do me a huge favor, please, guys. Look at a game, look at its franchise, excuse me, determine the relative distance and time between each other, understand the improvements made in the game, and you determine. I'm saving you money, basically. Because the only way we're going to make this clear to people is that if we don't buy the product. And I've stopped buying Assassin's Creed altogether. I wanted to get 3, but after just letting it have its reviews, the game is just not as great. I'm not saying it's a colossal failure or that it sucks, per se. It just didn't... It wasn't a head turner. It wasn't something different. It wasn't new. You got to go on trees. Whoopee. It just really did not perform. So... thank you guys for coming to the rant video. I was serious when I said I was going to make these rant series. I just wanted to get that off my chest because Assassin's Creed entirely, I have respect for what they're doing, but the practice and the just, yeah, I already ranted about it. My name is Spidevil62, and thank you for coming. And if you go ahead and comment, you can go ahead and subscribe, like, do what you need to do. But if you more or less comment or whatever, talk about these practices, and then we can have a discussion, that'd be great. So I will see you guys next time.